Now, the new 2027 presidential election polls have recently dropped, and this time around they were mostly targeting Kisumu County and Vihiga County. And as you can see from this graph, the Linda Mwananchi faction of ODM is leading by 36%, followed by, surprise, surprise, UDA, and then ODM Linda Ground team. This is Uburu Odinga's team at 19.1%. All the other guys here are really irrelevant, so I'm not going to talk about them. In a different graph, it's now talking about political party preference. And as you can see, ODM party here, which is a combination of Linda Mwananchi and Linda Ground team, is polling at 71%, which means Kisumu County is still predominantly ODM, with UDA coming here at 11.7%. Now, still on Kisumu County, when it comes to the presidential candidate, they prefer William Ruto at 49%, and then Edwin Sifuna, which is actually a surprise, but maybe not so much, at 21.8%, and Kalonzo Musyoka coming at 4.9%. Now, if you consider the fact that this 21% is not accounting for those who are actually supporting Linda Ground as well, these numbers could poll a little bit higher. And if all these other guys, which is Fred Matiang'i, David Maraga, I'm actually impressed with him, polling a lot higher than Gachagua and not that much lower than Fred Matiang'i and Kalonzo Musyoka. If all these numbers come together and they all support Edwin Sifuna, he could easily be taking 50% of the votes as it currently stands. Now, when it comes to the strongest pairing that could challenge President William Ruto, Kisumu County thinks a combination of Kalonzo Musyoka and Edwin Sifuna has a 25.9% chance of actually beating any of these other combinations. But what's more interesting to me is the fact that Edwin Sifuna and Ndidi Nyoro are not that far away from Fred Matiang'i and Edwin Sifuna, which means there's something to be explored right here. Once again, the polls are showing that Rigathi Gachagua is really not that popular or famous or even wanted in the Luo Nyanza region. When it comes to Vihiga County, it seems like Edwin Sifuna is a preferred presidential candidate ahead of William Ruto, but that's not a surprise because he's a Luya and that's Luya region. But I'm actually quite impressed that once again, Maraga is appearing here polling a lot better than Rigathi Gachagua and Ndidi Nyoro, but not that far behind again Kalonzo Musyoka. Now, similar to Kisumu County, a combination of Kalonzo Musyoka and Edwin Sifuna is a preferred combination to actually challenge William Ruto in the next election, with once again Ndidi Nyoro and Edwin Sifuna polling not too far away from a Fred Matiang'i and Edwin Sifuna partnership heading into the 2027 election. Once again, something to be explored around here. It seems again that Rigathi Gachagua, even in the Luya side, is not that popular among voters. Now, that's it for me on this segment. Let me know in the comment section who your presidential candidate is or your preferred pairing to go